Hey everybody, it's Jen, aka Miss Wee, and looky, I have finally finished. Whoop whoop! If you'd like to see how I got this look, just stay tuned. To achieve this styling, you're going to need all of these supplies: scissors, some hair clips or duck clips, whatever you want to call these things, to hold the hair out the way, some needle, thread, wig clips, and I prefer the ones with the holes at the top just because it's easier to sew, but unfortunately I only have 2 of those, so I will be using the ones with the holes on the sides and going through the holes on the sides and then come up here on the top through these little I don't know what you call these things, these little slot thingies. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, and you're gonna need hair pins and bobby pins. Okay, so we got the latch hook here, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it. Let me move some of this hair out the way. So I have all this to cover. I don't want to make it too close together because it'll be too full, and you don't need all of that. So you're gonna put it through 2 loops. 1 and 2. Was it 3 loops? 3 loops. 1, 2, and 3. And you're gonna snap this one right here and this one right here so the hair can pull through. Be careful not to snap the other ones. You're gonna remove your hair. I should have had these already removed off, but I didn't, so no big deal. Uh-oh, don't shoot that. So you're going to take it and evenly the middle part of it and place it on the latch hook. Slide it down. When the latch closes, slide it through. Take the hole and pull it through the hole. One time, you don't need to pull it through twice. It's not going anywhere. And that's how we're going to do that. Now I'm going to go through and fill top part with my shorter pieces because I want my fro hop to come up like that, and that's another reason why you don't have to put so many. So I'm gonna take my short piece of hair, it's shorter because I rolled it. I have to roll it. See how much shorter that is versus these long pieces right here that I rolled the other day. Anyway, I'm gonna put this here and I'm gonna put it in a couple more spots up here just to fill in some of these spaces. And of course I got to get the sides, and I'm gonna do that really fast and then come back and show you how I install the clips. Okay, so I finished putting all the crochet pieces on, as you can see, and I'll go ahead and I'll just give you a view of it so you can see how full it is. That's the back, of course, and I'll bring it around to the front. And I already put some of the pieces up in the middle, and here is the sides, so you can see how I filled in on the sides and just how much net is left. It only took like 2 or 3 pieces depending on how empty that side was for me to fill it up. Alright, honey. In the front. And of course I did have to keep the net down, so I use hairpins, and as you can see I'm taking it out to get ready to install my clip. Okay, so now we have the pretty much the finished product, and I'm gonna start sewing on the clips. So I have these wig clips here. Sorry, I hope y'all can see it. Hold on. these wig clips that I'm going to sew on. I just took them off some hair that I already had clips on. Okay, so I'm going to probably, this is the bottom piece that goes on the nape. And of course, this is the top. You see I have a little bit of extra netting that I want to kind of cut off. So let me do that first. And you don't want to cut it too close to the end. I mean, too close to where the first crochet piece is. Because, of course, you know, if you do that, then it could, I mean, it's a strong net, but you could accidentally, you know, clip the actual crochet, the actual hair. So check both sides. And I left a little bit of netting on both sides because I wanted to be sure I can get one of those clips really good. So I'm probably going to put two here, up here at the top, one on each end, and probably just one in the back, since you can see it's not that long. This is how wide it is, so it's not that long. So I'm just going to put one in the middle here, and I'm thinking maybe 1, 2, 3 on other sides, on both sides. I could possibly do one on, you know, put two right here, but so let me get started sewing the clips on, and then I'll come back. Thanks. Okay, to start, we're going to go ahead and thread our needle. And just to let you guys know, you got to make sure you get a needle that is thin enough to go through the holes in the wig clip. As you can see, they're pretty small. So the original needle that I usually use is this big, and this piece down here doesn't fit through these grooves. So I had to switch needles. I got a smaller needle. And now I'm threading. I had a threader, but I broke it. So I'm going to use just regular sewing thread, the cheap stuff. And I'm going to thread my needle with the thicker weaving thread. So basically I took the white thread and I, you know, basically took it in half or whatever. And squeezed it together and stuck it through the hole in the needle. And I'm going to take... Oh Lord, hold on. I'm gonna take, get this pumpkin out the way. I'm gonna take, don't question me about why I have a Halloween bucket on my table, and it's February, but whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna take the black thread. I hope y'all can see it. Stick it through the white thread. This is just the thread, y'all. You don't have to go through very much. You see it's in there? It's in there. Not very much. And then I'm just going to hold my needle and pull. Oh, Lord. Pull it through. It's going to give you a little bit of a problem, but it's going to go through. And there you have it. You have threaded your needle. And you get to the bottom, and you're just going to tie your knot. And this is how I tie it. I'll go a little slow, and I roll them together, and I take it and I pull. And I might do it twice if I think the knot is too thin, and give it a little bit more extra roll if you want it really thick. And there we go. See, you have your knot. So now we have our thread. We're going to take, and we're going to take our wig clip, put it close to the edge, and here's it. This is the front, so you don't want it too close to here, because then it just makes no sense to do that. I've already did these two here, did this one back here, and I did the two in the front. So I'm gonna make this parallel to the one right across from it. So you're gonna start closer to the inside of the wig piece or whatever, and you're gonna take your needle, whatever, and you're gonna come up under it, come all the way, and just come right here, this one, and just pull it out, pull it up, and you're not gonna go back under it again like you would like if you're sewing, but you're just gonna come over to the side and make sure you grab some of the net. Get closer. You see how I'm grabbing some of the net right here? And I'm going to come in and go back through the hole on the one right above it. And what I like to do is do like a loop knot. I don't know what you want to call it, but you take the needle, you go wrap around, and you wrap around twice, and then you pull up. And you're going to do the same thing with the next hole right above that one. One, two, pull. You want to make sure it's tight, no loops or anything. And now, since this one doesn't have the 3 holes like this one does, see how these are in the front? I love these, but since I don't have those, then I'm going to go in between these grooves right in here. I also have, as you can see, these have the individual grooves. They're not shaped funny, but these are, this one is shaped pretty different. You see, it's like a U shape here. I just went in between the regular grooves for that one. So you're gonna go under here, make sure you get some of the net, go in between your first groove, and we're gonna do the same process we did through the holes. Loop 1, 2, pull. Can you see it okay? Are you even looking? Same thing. You skip a couple of them. Don't do it back to back. That'll be a waste of your time. Make sure you pull it all the way through. And if it gets stuck, it's probably going to be hair or something, and just try to pull it back out and revisit again. And you see I got this clip to keep the stray hair out the way. To get as little interference as possible, try putting your loops closer to the base of the, closer to the clip. And then we're gonna go from here to the hole. We don't need to go back through that other groove. Grab some net and make sure that clip is behind that net, because you do not want that clip hanging off the side of the net. That's tacky and ratchet. We're not having it. Okay. And okay, go ahead. Pulling it tighter. And we're gonna come to the side over here. One, two. Almost done with this one. And then the last hole. Make sure you grab it on that. Pull that through. One, two. Got tangled. Alright. Now, once you get down to the end, the last hole, you're going to get some scissors. You're going to cut a little bit up. You don't have to have that much, just enough for you to tie it, like you tie a shoestring or a knot, not a shoestring, a knot. You're going to come through 1 and 2. Grab your scissors again and cut the excess off. Sorry. And there you have it. It is on there. Snap it down, snap it up. It's not going nowhere. And then I'm gonna go ahead off camera. I'm gonna do my last clip because I know my son is probably tired of holding this phone for me. But I'm gonna do my last clip, and I'm gonna do it parallel with the other clip right across from it. And guess what? After that, I'll be done, and then I will show you the end result. See y'all when I get back. Thanks. Y'all can see I finished my wig clips. 2 here, 2 on both sides, and then 1 here at the bottom. And as I said, I could not show y'all the piece on my head because I still have my blonde crochet set in. And please don't get that on camera. I got my bonnet on, y'all. So anyway, what I did was, of course, I told y'all I had a mannequin that I could, set up to basically show it how it would go on. I took her braids down and put a French braid in her hair. It went straight. It goes straight down the middle. And the piece she had left over, I just took it and pinned it up with a bobby pin. It doesn't have to be perfect or beautiful. Nobody will see it. It doesn't matter. If you don't know how to do a French braid, you can also take the hair sectioned in threes. One ponytail here, one here, one here. And the piece of the ponytail that's left out, take it and just pin it down. Pin it down. Or you can do a cornrow, whichever one is easiest for you. Just make sure it's all your hair is up. So since I measured it on my head, it's going to be a little bit off on this mannequin. But that's okay, and I'll show you why. Since her head is bigger than mine, it seems, the net is going to fall short. But since the hair is so long in the front, I'm able to scoop the clips back. I don't have to have it exactly right up here. It can be back a little bit. So you want to take the back, slide it up under there, and snap it down. And then you're going to make sure that it's centered before you apply the clips on the side. Make sure it's open and slide up on this side and snap it down. Let's try that again. Okay, I had too much hair in there. Okay, we're going to do it on this side. And you find the ones at the top, on the side at the top. Slide that in. Snap down. Same over here. Slide it up. And of course it goes on easier when you do it on your own head. And then to the front. You want to stretch it. Make sure it's to most to the front as you can get it without being uncomfortable. Snap it down. Ooh. Hold on, bear with me. Okay. I tell y'all, it's not as hard as it just looked. I'm just trying to do it on this mannequin head. Anyway, so now you got it, and of course you see it looks crazy. That's where the hair pins and the bobby pins come into play. So you're gonna use the bobby pins the hair pins to adjust where you want the hair to lay. And that, I usually use that to cover any pieces of the net that's showing. As you can see, can you see that on camera? Mm-hmm. You can see that showing. I'm gonna take a hairpin and just push that on in there, and it's gonna go through your head, through the net, and I do that all over. I don't want any, just in case the wind blows, I don't need any of that net showing. Now, if there is a part in the net that you don't think is secure enough, that's where you would use the bobby pins. And that will probably need to be more so toward the back, just to make sure it's down. Use a bobby pin to stick it in there. Do it on this side to hold that in. Bobby pin. Now I'm just going to go all over the hair, like I said, and fill up the net and make sure none of it is showing, because we can't have that. It's like your track showing. That's not what's up. Okay. I think I'm about done with this piece, this part. And then the next part would be to position the hair where you want it. So you get the fluffing around. You're gonna have to play with, find out how how you want it to look. And wherever you want the hair to lay, that's when you will oh no, don't do that. Hold on here, guys. Okay, so see, you can fix it. If it's too long, you fix it. Just take it, push it up, put a hairpin on that thing. There you go. Now it's shorter. That's why you don't really want to cut this hair, because you never know where you're going to need the extra coverage or you're going to need to play around with it. So I don't cut it, I pin it. That's what I do. Pin it, fluff it and pin it, fluff it and pin it. Look at the back. Make sure your color is falling where you want it to fall. Now when you put it in your hair, then you can pretty much decide if you want it to be longer in the back or shorter, and then you would just pin where you want it shorter. But I want it pretty big, so I'm just show you how I like it. Now if you don't like how the gap that you have in between your neck and the end of the hair, you can always take it and pin it down in the back. I don't mind it looking like that, but some people may not want it. I don't know, but and that fixes the gap. But for now, we're just gonna leave it off. So this is it. You can if this is your hair, of course, you can put some edge control or something on your edge on the sides, just to secure the sides down. You can put more hairpins in it if it doesn't look like you want it to. And if you want to, like, you know, just play around with it, bunch this up, do whatever. You can do whatever. Just use those hairpins. And this to keep securing, to make sure the hair doesn't move. And this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing as soon as I get, I feel a hairpin, I'm sorry, hold on. When I finally get my hair taken out and I get to use this pate hair. So anyway, you guys, that's it. I hope y'all like it and enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. If you have any questions, go ahead, please feel free to comment, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Hope you like it. Till next time, peace out.
We were close at a young age, dug each other low-key, no front page. Maybe someday I had a nerve to say that, baby, ride with me, we could